So today we're gonna work on governance, right? Today we're gonna work with Active Directory, right? So just to give you an heads up here, let me pull up my Excel sheet. So we're all familiar with Microsoft Active Directory, right? We have all worked on that at different services we have used, right? So every organization will have Active Directory. Active Directory, and the purpose of Active Directory is to enable you single sign-on, right? Mostly this integrates with various different services, right? So once you have your Active Directory, as soon as you join an organization, you'll have Active Directory set up, and this Active Directory is integrated with what? Your email, right? It is integrated with your email. Um, it is integrated with audio, video calls, right? It is integrated with chat, right? And then what printer? Hmm. Screen, remote sharing, screen and remote sharing. What else? Docs, your documents in repositories where you have office files and other things. Um, Virtual desktops, virtual desktops. What else? Third party application, your third party app, attendance, leave, payroll, finance. What else? We can integrate this with EC2 instance, right? MS SQL, right? IAM. What else, boys? What else you can integrate Active Directory with within your company? What else, boys? What else is it integrated with? Guys, you there? Abbas, Deepak, Barney. Sorry. Sorry, was listening to you but couldn't reply. We could not get to talk much. He just explained he need some help now. Almost done with it. Working with some people now, but may need my help. Okay, we will talk after this session. Yes, Gautam, it is like LDAP. You're very correct. Right? So there are a lot of services that we can integrate and build, right? So I will try to demonstrate you most of the use cases at least, right? So that we can do some successful lab here, right? So we'll start with Active Directory. Now, when you see Active Directory, there are two perspectives to the Active Directory's role. One is an Active Directory administrator, one is an Active Directory functional, right? Functional guy is someone who creates user, right, who creates policies, schemas and other thing, and who will consume Active Directory, manage, reset password, etc. And administrator is he's who will set up Windows machines, set up Active Directory LDAP, configure the controllers. Guys, prayer is happening. 1 second. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Right. So let's start with Active Directory here. Right. So this is an epicenter of any organization that you have. Every time that you join in, the first credentials that you get is you get your email ID and your password, which also acts like a login credential for the entire ecosystem of your organization. That includes logging into email, chat, printer. You can screen share with your credentials. We all use Skype for Business to make audio video calls. We chat with each other. We share screens. We can integrate with third-party applications such as attendance, payroll, leave, and much more, right? So in that direction, we will go and create our Active Directory. Now, there are two distinguished rules that we have. One is Active Directory functional, and second is Active Directory administrator. So Active Directory administrator that we're looking at, right? This administrator will set up an Active Directory, do DC promo, set up the directory server, all other configuration that per person will do. That job is automated. The entire Active Directory administrator job is automated. We do not need L0, 1, 2, and 3 to administrate AD. EC2 is the only service where you need an administrator. If you take a Windows machine there and set up an Active Directory, perhaps you have to hire an Active Directory administrator over there. But here, it is fully automated. Even if you have issues with your AD, this will remediate that. Right? There's an AI built into it which takes care of patch updates, security, fixes, right? Maintenance of this. And if it fails, it will fix that for you. They will fix it for you. You don't have to do anything. Are you making sense? Yes, 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 no, maybe. All right, Bernie. Right? So you have to do this lab in Virginia and Virginia only. But just to demonstrate certain things, I am just going to go to California. But I'm going to come back to Virginia and do this lab. And all of you have to do this lab in Virginia. Why my internet is slow or what? Not bad. Seems to be a fair internet connection. Let's me try in Ohio. Okay, so we have all the directory services here. Very nice. Now, the first thing that you see is Amazon Cloud Directory. So Amazon's Cloud Directory, Amazon has this weird thing, in EC2, they took up Red Hat and Red Hat derivative and they called Amazon Linux out of it. When we went to database, they took MySQL and they made Aurora database out of it. Here they have taken open source LDAP and they have made a cloud directory from Amazon, right? Second thing is Cognito. This is a social directory, right? If you want to authenticate Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google logins, you will use Cognito. In today's lecture, we'll be using Microsoft Active Directory because this is what they will ask you most in your interview. So create an AWS and manage Active Directory powered by Windows Server 2012. Windows Server 2012 R2 with Microsoft AD, you can easily integrate your Active Directory dependent workloads such as Amazon EC2, Microsoft Windows Server, Amazon RDS to MS SQL Server, custom .NET applications, also IT enterprise application such as Amazon Workspace, right? So this is the directory that we'll be using it, right? We can go this and build in EC2, but as I told you before, the benefit what you have here is Amazon will build this for you and manage it also for you. There are two editions that are available. If you take standard is capable of supporting up to 5,000 users. An enterprise is capable of up to supporting 15,000 users. 15,000 users is enterprise, 5 is standard, right? So I'm going to type corp and then my domain name that I bought from Big Rock, right? I'll give corp. You can give anything here. Global, okay, you can give EMEA, APAC, whatever directory that you're creating, you can give, right? It is up to you. I will set it as corp. Okay, so I've set the password now, right? Make sure that you remember the password, do not forget. And then select availability zone 1A and 1B. You have 2A here and 2B, but you're supposed to select 1A and 1B because you will be doing lab in Virginia. All of you will be doing this lab in Virginia, to select 1A and 1B, right? And then click on next. And then finally, you have to click on create Microsoft Active Directory, right? And if you see here, 1500 hours means it will give you 2 controllers free for 1 month, 750, 750, 1500. And unlike like any other services that are free for 12 months, this is free only for 30 days. This is free for 30 days. This is not available for 12 months. And then you have to click on create and then it will create your directory. I will cancel this. And I'll now go back to Virginia. Because what I have done is, before I could start this class, I have already created a directory and I have already kept it. And if you see the status in Virginia region, it is now created and active. Why did I do like this? Why did I create this directory even before the class started? Because this directory creation process will take up to 30 minutes, sometimes 35 minutes. So I didn't want to create it in the class and waste precious 35 minutes. So I thought I will create this before the class and keep it handy. So once you create it, you have to wait for 30-35 minutes to complete your lab. Right? Do not panic. It'll take 30 to 35 minutes to create. Are we clear so far? Yes, 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 no, maybe. I'm going to set up an organization here. Adnan hyphen. I'm going to set up Adnan hyphen Academy, my organization, create a custom rule. And that's it. And if you see here, I have created my directory. Now there are a couple of services that I can integrate. I will start with EC2. If I go back to my Excel sheet, right, EC2 is the first service that I want to connect this to. Now to connect one or more AWS services, what should I use, guys? To connect one or more AWS services, what should I use? Yes, Bunny, go ahead. Hey, Barney. Deepak. Mr. Deepak. To connect one or more services, what we have to do? Deepak. I sometimes feel Deepak. Yeah, Deepak.
I was driving, sorry. I believe the question, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question is to connect one or more AWS services, what we need to use.
AWS services. We need to use our security?
They IAM roles. To connect one or more services, we have to use IAM roles. Right? So we will use IAM roles here. So I'll go to IAM and roles. Click on create a role. And this role is between EC2 and that Active Directory. So I'll select SSM. SSM will connect me to Active Directory. Permission. And Amazon EC2 role for SSM. Amazon EC2 role for SSM. And then finally, I will select EC2 domain join role. I think Deepak is using geo connection. I think Deepak is using geo connection. Correct me, Deepak.
Airtel.
EC2 Airtel. Okay. Because you're driving and you have joined and you have not got disconnected even once. Okay. So click on create a role and then your role is created. Then we will go to services in EC2. Services EC2. Oh, what happened? Right. Launch instance. Nothing fancy, guys. I'm going to select Microsoft Windows Server. Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base. Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base. Select T2 Micro. I'm going to select T2 Micro for this lab. Configure instance detail. So the step one, what I have to do is I have to make sure that this Active Directory is onboarded. So I'm doing domain join. I'm joining this EC2 instance to my AD domain that I have created there. After this, I'll be selecting the EC2 domain join role. So these are the two things that I have to do. Once I'm done here, add storage. 30 GB is fine. I'm going to tag this and I'm going to call this jump box. Configure security group. Okay, I don't have any. So I'm going to create a security group. I'll say Windows Network Security Group. Can we add more roles to one instance? You can only add one role at a time, but this role can have permission to multiple permissions you can give it to role, Gautam. Multiple permissions you can give to role, but you can only have one role. Only one role is allowed. Review. And then I will select my existing key and I will launch. View instance. So Windows machine will take 4 minutes. So kindly bear with me. I think this is taking longer than usual. While we are waiting for the Windows machine, right? So let's go back and create one more role. This time I'm going to create a role between my IAM here. So I'm going to create a role between my Active Directory and IAM. So to do that, I'll go back to services, IAM, roles, create a role. So this role is, there is no Active Directory role that I can select between my EC2 and Active Directory in the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select EC2, permissions, right? And then I'm going to select administrator, review, and then I'm going to call this single sign-on user role. This is a second role that I'm going to click on create. Once I have created, I'll go to single sign-on role, open this role, and I have to change trusted relationship. I'll go to trusted relationship, edit the trusted relationship, and I have to change EC2 to DS here. The highlighted area that you see here, you will see EC2 here. You have to change it to DS and it should look like this. Whatever that you see there, you have to replace it and you have to make like this.
What is DS here?
Directory service. It is called directory service. Right? Are we clear, buddy?
So we created two roles, right?
First role,
one. Yeah, please go on.
First role is connected to EC2. Second role we will connect now. We have not connected yet. Second role we have just created. Hey, what man? How long this is taking to initialize here?
And we are creating these two roles to connect two services, right?
Yes, sir.
One is EC2. Yeah, please go on.
And the other one is for IAM.
Okay.
Because I want to use the Active Directory user to log into IAM console. I do not want to have a different console users. I want the AD users to also be an AWS console user. So one credential to log into your Office applications and email, and the same credential we want to use to log into AWS.
Right.
Hey, what is this, man? It's taking longer. Barney, what is
Once you
the
request,
Good, Abbas.
yeah, I was just saying that once you request to initialize an instance, that request goes to Amazon servers, right? So that doesn't have to be with your internet connection because you have already made a request, right?
Yeah, so no, I'm looking for internet connection for some other reason. I have a workstation also sitting here, and I'm downloading a software. And I'm also doing your class, and I'm also looking on the other screen. And the download doesn't seem to be happening, right? And that particular screen does not have a GUI. It's a Linux box that I have. I'm downloading some packages. So I don't have browser or anything there where I can do a speed test. So I'm just doing the speed test over here to see how is my speed working on. Is it to do with my internet speed, or is it a problem with that machine or the repository that I'm trying to download on that Windows machine? Sorry, on the Linux machine.
Right.
Right, so I was checking for something else, right? It's nothing to do with AWS. So Abbas, how much do you pay for the internet there in your country? How much is an average home broadband cost?
Basically, this is a 80 rupees package that I get 1 GB on it. And almost you can say I use it very frequently. I attend class using this package within 1 GB, and sometimes I browse, etc. So I only use. I have subscribed for this package only for this class, basically.
So how much do you spend for the broadband per month?
For this package, almost I have to subscribe it 3 times, so that is almost 240 rupees basically within a month,
So 3 GB data is
or
enough
maybe
for you
sometimes
to.
less. Yeah, it's 4G now.
No, no, no. But in office you have internet, and at home also you have internet.
Yeah, three.
I don't know. Can't hear you. If you're speaking, you cannot hear your bus. Still can't hear your bus. Barney, how much do you pay
GB.
for
Yeah, yeah.
internet?
Yes. That's right.
I didn't say anything about. So you're telling me about your home broadband cost. I lost him. Barney, how much do you pay for the internet in Singapore? I heard internet is free there. You don't have to pay anything.
No, you have to pay actually. It's like I'm paying for my phone, internet, and everything $100, $115, including my phone cost.
And how much GB of data that you get?
15 GB data.
Mm-hmm. Calls are unlimited.
Local calls are unlimited. 700 minutes IST call.
700 minutes ISD call.
Saturday, Sunday unlimited. Network is unlimited.
Internet.
Yeah.
So you are using StarHub.
Yeah, I'm using Startup. Yeah.
See, I am using. There's a service called Geo in India that I'm using. I pay $2
We
a
don't
month.
know. We don't know.
Right?
Geo. Yeah, I know Geo. I heard about Geo.
I pay $2 a month or about 99 rupees Indian money, and I get 2 GB data free every day for 28 days. Right? That means almost
Wow.
20, 20, 40, 60. So 50. So that means 60. So 56 GB data I get free every month, and then unlimited calls. I can call anyone, anywhere, or local STD. Unlimited calls free, only for $2.99, man.
For us, it's $10. You're gonna have 1.5 GB.
Every day free. Is it free every day?
No,
Not
it's not
every
free
day.
every day.
Only in the weekends.
Just one
Weekends we have a free.
Saturday, Sunday, weekends free.
Okay. So guys, if you have Indian SIM cards, right? Geo is launching a new service called Call over Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi calling. That means if you are anywhere in the world, if you have a Geo SIM card, you can connect to Wi-Fi network, any Wi-Fi network, and you can make calls to India. So you can recharge that 99 rupees that I was telling you per month, and unlimited calls to India are free, right? You just need to have
Yes,
that card
yeah,
in
it's
your
there. It's
phone.
there. It's there in here also. It's there. Startup Wi-Fi calling.
Yes. So that means in India also, if you bring that SIM card, you can connect to Wi-Fi, you can call Singapore.
Can
Huh?
can. It's a monthly $10.
For Wi-Fi calling.
Yeah. It's included over Wi-Fi calling.
So $10 is how much? 50 rupees, 15 to
500,
10.
500 rupees.
That's okay. Yeah. Right. I have my friends in Middle East. They pay 1,000 dirhams. So 1 dirham is 20, 200, 2,000 rupees they pay for 1 GB data. But the best part is they have they have unlimited Wi-Fi all over the country for free. They can connect to any Wi-Fi network and they can use data free there.
In Middle East,
But
mostly WhatsApp cannot work. Many sites
WhatsApp
cannot
will not
work.
run. Exactly.
WhatsApp will not work. Also, see, they give free of petrol, so they increase this kind of things, right? Data is
Correct,
No,
man.
expensive there
in
over there.
Singapore,
Yeah,
even in Singapore, we do have a free Wi-Fi.
Everywhere. Huh?
everywhere,
Well,
everywhere.
yes,
I mean,
every yes.
most of
Uh,
the area, almost
every
covered.
shopping mall you can say, every MRT you can say.
Then what is when I
Can
have
you
Jio
hear me
SIM is
now,
around
Suhail?
240. Yes, sir.
Yeah, boss, we can hear you.
So I was just asking, this GeoSIM is around the globe. They are offering services or specific countries.
No, no, it's only India. It's only
Only in
in
Uh,
India
India.
now.
Here it is very expensive. As I said, 240 rupees and then 3 GB. That's
Hmm.
all.
But here 100 rupees and you get 56 GB and unlimited calls to anyone anywhere in India.
See, still
That's very
240
cheap.
in Airtel. Only for Geo, it's free.
Hey, Airtel is also that much only, man. 240. Who is that? Deepak
Yeah, Barani, yes.
Barnia. No, man. Airtel is also like that only now. After Jio, Airtel is also like that only.
Oh,
Airtel is
okay.
giving 4 GB data free every day. You can ask Deepak.
Oh,
And if you
I
don't
use
use the data
449
also,
postpaid.
huh?
I use 449 for postpaid,
And how much GB?
which is
140 GB?
they give no per month they'll be giving 75 GB.
75 GB for 500.
Yeah,
Hey, awesome, man.
Allama, it's
yeah,
like
for me too.
At home, I'm paying almost 2500
My
for
Indian
75
number,
GB.
My Indian number, they are giving this much only for my Indian number.
So Abbas is saying that Abbas is paying 2500 for 75 GB data. Abbas, for broadband Airtel, I have home broadband. They're giving me almost 75 GB data for 499. Same thing what Deepak has said. Landline
Wow.
connection, mine broadband. They'll give me about 40
Hmm.
Mbps connection, 40 Mbps speed. You saw the speed test, right? 35, 40 Mbps it is coming, and 75 for 499, man.
Hmm. In my where I was living before, there we had this Pakistan Telecommunication Services, and there they were offering unlimited data in 2300. That was quite awesome. The speed was very good, and there was unlimited connection. But I have moved to this new place, new society, new area. Issue is coverages. That's why there are limited services providers. That's why that is very expensive.
I understand. So I have logged into this Windows machine, right? So now I need to install a couple of tools, right? So I'm going to install the remote administrative tool on this Windows machine. So I'm going to click on add programs and features. Next, next again, next. Explicitly, I'm looking for uh, next. Okay, remote server administration tool. So remote server administration tool is what I want to install. This is the tool that you need to make sure you install. Next, next again, and next, and then install. Don't worry about the internet price will come down there also, right? This is all new thing. This all has happened changes in India last 1 year ago, right? We used to pay we used to pay 250 rupees for a GB of data, right? People used to go and sell their kidney and liver to pay bills. Postpaid bills were like 1500, 2000 rupees, right? So people sometimes used to take unlimited incoming calls and used to give missed calls. So we have gone through that phase, right? So it is just 1 year of revolution where disruptive companies such as Jio has come and changed the landscape. Otherwise, it was super expensive. Yeah, buddy, go ahead.
Yeah, it's same here.
Varney and Gautam doesn't have to worry. These guys are earning in dollars. They will reimburse their bill.
Hmm. No such reimbursement. I wish I will have the such reimbursement and all, but my company doesn't give.
So if you guys sometime come back next year or this year to India, right? There's a service
Yeah.
called BS Links. It's an
What is it?
app-based service you can sign up for. You have to pay like 1,000 or something 1 year unlimited calls free to India from anywhere in the world. Right? So if you guys want to try that, you can take it and you can make calls from there. You don't have to pay 500 every month for a period of like 12 months. So 500 into 12. So 5 tens are 50, 5,000, 6,000 rupees you have to spend. You can take this BSNL ka Wing app subscription, $1,000, and you can save 5,000 rupees and you can make unlimited calls to India.
You can use this one also. Skype call also. Skype ID.
My parents are and they don't understand Skype and all. WhatsApp only they will struggle.
No. From Skype only you can call the phone numbers. Yeah, mobile numbers.
No,
Unlimited,
it's same like you're calling with the Indian mobile number to your Indian
Mm.
people from abroad.
but how much will
You
they
can.
charge Skype?
Skype is also
Mm,
much cheaper.
cheaper,
For
cheaper.
me, I'm paying 4.99.
Yeah.
Per
Less than $10.
Yeah.
Around $10.
call India?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, you're paying around $10, 500 rupees. I'm talking about 1,000 for 1 year.
Sorry to
Mm.
interrupt you guys. Suhail, I had a one question just came in my mind that I wanted to ask. It is regarding RDS.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, while I was creating RDS instances, there were an option that you explained us already, general purpose. There were maximum requests. You said that is available 40,000, right?
Yes.
Can you hear
Correct,
me?
Abbas. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there were 40,000 requests. I just wanted to ask these 40,000 are concurrent requests and connection is going to be the one only, right?
Concurrent, yes.
I mean,
Concurrent. 40,000
but
concurrent IOPS can be sent through the system. Yes.
DB connection. Okay, okay. Hmm. So actually, I was actually downloading the geo names, geolocation attractions for every country and for every city. I just wanted to dump into my database. So I just wanted to make sure that if this is a concurrent request, how can I dump millions of records in DB without having hanged or sometimes we get response that server connection has lost or something like that. How could we recover that? That was my purpose. So that's why I was asking question.
Yeah. So it will queue your data. So when you put your dump right, your dump doesn't have to be written in 1 second. Usually your dump will take few minutes to be written onto your database, right? So let's assume that you have few million records. So 40,000 records can be written. I'm answering him and this guy vanished. Okay, let him come back. So I'm logging into my AD right now. So the way I'm logging in is I'm using the EC2 instance DNS and I'm typing corp/admin. See here, I'm not giving administrator, I'm giving corp+/admin. That means I'm logging in over an Active Directory. So Abbas, you're back, right? So as I was saying, the answer
Yeah.
here, when you're dumping your records there, so what happens is usually the records are not written in a second. The records will usually take some time to be written on your database. So if you have few million records, it will be written in a record of 40,000 per batch and continue to write, and remaining records have to wait before it is returned to your database. So basically when you restore or when you update your dumps, a dump based on the record, it can take few minutes, few hours and few days to be written. So you run
Yeah, I got that.
the process, and then based on the records, it will take that amount of duration.
Right.
Apart from lab, you're doing everything else, Abba.
Yes, got it.
Okay, give me 2 more minutes. The machine is logging in. So previously I've logged in as an administrator, local administrator. Now I have logged in as a AD user and it's going and authenticating with an AD, right? So I gave corp/admin. Admin is a default directory username and corp was the NetBIOS name that I gave. So I'm logging in over my directory here. So why it is taking such a long time? So probably I'll give 30 seconds for this to settle down. Okay, this is settled down now. Right, so let me open Windows R, MSA, sorry, DSA.MSC. You have to go to run and type DSA.MSC. This will open a console for you to log in and create an AD user here. Right, so I'm going to go to corp here and I'm going to go to user. Right, so I already have an administrator, it's a default AD user that I'm not required to be deleted. Now I'm going to go and create a new user here. Right, I'm going to call this user Deepak. What is your last name, Deepak?
Kumar.
So Deepak Kumar. So I'm going to create a user here within my directory. We have Deepak here, right? And then next, I'm going to just uncheck this option, otherwise my password will expire. I'm going to set a password for Deepak here. Next, finish. So what I have done is I've created Deepak. I forgot to give him an email ID. I'll give him an email ID here. I'm going to say Deepak@adnan.team, the domain name that I have. I'm going to associate with his ID. Now his user account is ready. So he's joined my company now. I've created his email ID and I've created his username, right? Now let's play with IAM here. So I'm going to go to my directory services, Active Directory. Open my directory here. So now if you see here, I have AWS Management Console. It is not enabled. So I'm going to enable this, enable access. Now if you see the second role, Abbas, the second role that I have created is showing up here, single sign-on user role. So I'm going to open this single sign-on user role, add a user here, and Deepak was a user that I created in AD, Deepak Kumar. The Deepak Kumar user that I created in Active Directory is showing up here. I will add this user. And if you see, the user is added. Now, I'll go back and test this user here. So I'm going to copy this URL here. Copy this URL. Instead of opening this in the same browser or a different tab, which will contradict with my root login, I'm going to open this in my incognito mode. In a separate cognito mode, I will open so that I do not merge my sessions here. Right, so I'll give Deepak and I'll give the password that I've given to AD. That's it. If you see here, Deepak has logged into Adnan Academy and it is using the single sign-on role to log into AWS Management Console. So what I have demonstrated is I have demonstrated how that single AD user that I have created within that Windows machine is able to log into IAM. Now let me do a couple of other use cases here, right? So let me do work mail. Let me work on an email, right? So let me give him access to the email account so that he can send and receive email. So add organization, standard setup, and if you see I have my Active Directory, Adnan Academy, that Microsoft Active Directory is available, and I have my key here. Create. So it says it will take about 2 minutes. It will take 2 minutes here, and this is ready. I'll go to domain, add a domain, and the domain is adnan.team, and I'll click on add a domain here. Now if you see, my record is verified, but for you the record will not be verified. The reason why, because you have to go and add this entry. So you have entry number 1, entry number 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 entries you have to create. So usually where you go and add this entry is, you go to services and route 53. You go to services and route 53, click on hosted zone, and then click on your DNS name. And if you see, I have pre-created all these entries here, but let me show it to you. How do you create an entry here? So first thing is you need to click on create a record set. And then if you go back, the first record type says it is txt. So it is txt here. I'll change this to txt. Now the second option it says is I have to copy from here because I already have the host name. Adnan.team is already available. And if you see, Adnan.team is already available. I will paste it here. And the third entry is I have to go back and copy the whole thing. Excuse me. And add this into a value section here. And then you click on create. Right? So like that you can create record set. Let me show you one more time. Let me create and show you one more record. Click on create a record. Now if you see here, it is asking you to select MX. So I will select MX here. Now if you see, there is nothing in front of Adnan.team. So I have to leave empty here. Let me copy this thing. Go back to value and paste it here. And then you click on create because there's nothing here. So I have left empty because there is nothing here. So if you want to create a third record, right, then you have to go back, make sure that you click on create and create here. Otherwise you will not be allowed to create another record. And then you can always click on create another record here. And then you can type, excuse me, this is CNAME, right? I'll copy auto discover over here because Adnan.team is already available. And then finally, I'll copy this whole thing. And then I will paste it here. Making sense? Yes, 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 no, maybe. So like that, you have to go back and create all these records in Route 53 and wait for about 5 to 10 minutes. It usually takes 5 to 10 minutes and then your record will be created and this will say verified, right? So I usually, to save time, I have pre-created it. You guys can go and create. After this, we'll go back to the user. And then Deepak Kumar is here. The AD user is here. I will enable this user and select Adnan.team and I will enable him. That's it. Now I'll go to organization and his email account is ready. Lot of people said Outlook is better, Exchange is better, right? I am not here to tell you which is better or not, right? But from my perspective, this also does the excellent work. So Deepak and his password. Now what I want you to do is I want you to send emails to Deepak. Deepak at the rate. So I've sent you an email on chat. Please copy this email and send me some test emails here to test this whether I'm able to receive email. While then I'm going to add and send a new email. I'm just going to send it to myself here. Hang on guys, my mom is calling me. Sorry, my mom was there. She was asking, would I like to hog anything? Right, I started receiving some emails. Test email. Right, send. Right, Gautam has sent me an email. Right, reply. Thanks, buddy. Barney has also sent. Guys, please confirm if you're able to receive my email.
Yes, I just received your email.
Excellent. So if you see here, Deepak Kumar has sent me an email. Something like this. And if I go back, I should have this email. So Deepak's mail is also here. Right? Thanks, mate. But where is my email? Email from Gmail. See, Gautam, I got your Singapore number.
Ah. Okay.
Hey, where is my email, man? Okay, my email is also here, finally. Right? So, we created an email account for Deepak. Now, Deepak wants to keep his documents. He wants to keep his office documents and everything safe. So, we want to create a document repository for him. Right? So, I'll go to docs here. Click on continue. Create an organization. Select my directory. So docs is like your doc is like your a Dropbox or OneDrive where you keep all your documentation. Make him admin. Click on this link. So while this is loading, I have showed you email and IAM I have showed you. Right. Okay. I don't know what happened. I think his user is not active. So I'll say corp/admin. Let me log into AD user. Sign in. I'm just gonna close this. Right. Open admin control panel. And if you see here, Deepak is right here and Deepak is inactive. He's inactive here. So I'll click on this pencil icon to make him active. He's now an active user. He's a user and I'll give him unlimited space. So let him also enjoy. Save. And if you see, he's active and he has unlimited space now. Now let me log out. Let me try that one more time. Hey, what is this yaar? Deepak. Alright, so now he's able to log in with his credentials. Right, if you want, I can create a folder. Something like this, my trip pics. I can create. Click on this. Upload a file. What I have here. So I have some glacier pic. I'll upload it. That's it. If I want to share, I can click on share. Share by invite. I can add anyone I want. Right? Share a link. If I click on share a link, it'll give me a link. I can copy this link and I can share it with you guys here. Click on this and link and see whether you can open the image. I can share my documents. If I want to see what is there, I can click on this image and it will preview it for me. See, a nice mountain. So I can keep my office document, my PowerPoint presentation. There's a mobile version of this that you can also download on your phone and you can access it there and you can access these details over there. Right? So work docs is done. What else? Right? Well, let's do workspace. Right? Workspace. Continue. Right? So go to workspace here. Launch a workspace. My ID is here next. So if you see here, right, I'm asking Amazon to show me all the users and Deepak is available here. Right, so I'm gonna give him virtual desktop access also. Add selected and next. So Amazon is giving me a bunch of the options here, right? I can select Windows 7, I can select Windows 10, right? What else I want, right? With Office 2010, I have Office Software 2013, 2016 is also available, right? I have one with graphic cards also that I can select if I want to play games. So which is free? Windows 7 and Windows 10 is free. So I'm going to select this machine. Next step. Next step again. And then I will launch the workspace. So this will This will take 20 minutes to create. If you see here, workspace may take up to 20 minutes to create. So while this is creating, let me come back. Right. So the couple of other services that we have, right? For example, Amazon Connect. Amazon Connect is a BPO service. It's a call center setup service. So basically what happens with Amazon Connect is you can say Amazon, hey Amazon, give me toll-free number in Singapore or in US or in Europe, right? That is the first question that you need to answer. So Amazon will allot a number for you. You can take either toll-free or normal number also. And the numbers are charged on a daily basis. So they will not charge a number of hours that you're taking the number. For one day, they will take the number cost. So it will charge you daily. So one day number, every day you have to pay for it. So once you take the number, you have to tell Amazon, hey Amazon, I have 10 agents, 15 agents, 20 agents sitting in India, and they'll be taking call. So Amazon will also set up the other side of it. No hardware is needed. People will call in the US and you will receive calls in India. And Amazon will bill you per minute. Though they will not ask you an examination, this is not a part of your syllabus, but I'm just telling you this. So you'll click on Amazon Connect, and mostly Amazon Connect services are not available in India because Amazon does not have an ISP license. So they cannot offer services such as telephonic and BPO in India. But otherwise, if you have a non-Indian account such as one you have in Singapore or Pakistan, right, then probably you guys can have your own account and you can set up a call center and you can tell agents to take calls from India. So get started, right? So you say link to my existing directory. Your directory is right here. Next, skip this option. You don't need the username. Next, incoming call. I want to handle an incoming call with Amazon Connect. I want to make outgoing calls, right? If you don't want this, you can remove it off. So there will be no outbound calls will be allowed. Next, and that's it. Next step, a quick summary you have. All the call recordings will go and save in S3. All the calls will record and it will save in S3. Right? Now if I click on create, it says, we are sorry, while we serve to make AWS a broad set of products and services available to all users, some product and services may not be available to customers in India, including customers of Amazon Internet Services Private Limited. Currently, ASPL does not provide Amazon Connect. As I told you before, Amazon India does not have an ISP license. Therefore, they cannot offer this in India. But if you could get an account from outside, as I told, Pakistan or Singapore, you guys can just do finish here and you will have your account ready. Take a toll-free number, give it to your people there, put it on your website, people start calling you. You can have agents here answering your call. Now, how much does it charge? How much? How much does it charge? Right, pricing. So service charge 18 cent per minute they will charge you for a service. And telephonic prices, if you're taking calls from US, this is for US. If you're taking call from US, right, then so much, right? This is per D&D dial, somebody dials in. For toll-free number, somebody dials in, right? Claim phone number by per day. So for phone number, they'll charge you 3 cents per minute, and then per minute for calls also they will charge you. For number and for calls, for both they will charge you. Likewise, if you compare this, this is the most cheapest, right? So let's do some calculation here. I am giving some toll-free number in US and I want people to call me and they should not be charged. So where is my calculator? So this is you're paying per minute, it is not per second, right? It is per minute that you're paying here, right? And 6 cent toll-free is per day. So Where's the number? 30 cent toll free. This is the price that I have to consider. So I have this. This into 60 minutes equals to 1 hour. For 1 hour I'll pay so much, right? This is per minute, so 1 hour into 24 hours, right, into 31 days. So that means I have to pay $535 if one agent is receiving call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. So mostly this does not happen. Even if you're saying your business operations are here, into, let's say you work 8 hours into 8, right? Let's say you work only 22 days in a month, into 22. So only so much you will pay. Making sense, guys? Only $2, one call. Have I done any math wrong here? Let me try one more time. Into 60 into 8 into 22 days. Okay, $126 you will pay. Approximately Indian money is some $10,000, 10,000 rupees. So you can have one agent sitting in receiving toll-free calls 8 hours a day, Monday to Friday for 4 weeks. Are we clear? Yes, yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
So if you have into 10 people, then you make into 10. So like that, if you don't want toll free and want to pay so much, you can take a normal number. It will reduce the price for you here, right? So this is not saying number per day. I think for this they're charging you per day so much, right? And you can pretty much set up from all these countries: United Kingdom, Sweden, Switzerland, Slovakia, Netherlands, Mexico, Norway. You can set up call centers in all these locations. You'll get toll-free number and you'll be ready to receive call. Denmark, if you set up a business there, you can have a Denmark. So this is for Virginia price. If you're setting up in Oregon, there's a difference. Sydney, there is difference here, right? Sydney mein, you can set it up in Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, United Kingdom, and America. But this is super expensive if you set it up this in Sydney. So if you set it up in Oregon, pretty much it is same. Frankfurt, it is too expensive. So try to set up your telephonic service in Virginia. That will work out for cheap. And likewise, outbound calls you have here. If you want to make an outbound calls from Amazon Connect, let's see how much it is for India. Right, let's see whether it is cheaper for you. Hey, where is it, man? Control F. Okay, India is so much here. So let me copy this. And this is for okay, this is for outbound per minute USD. So where is my calculator? So yeah, this is per minute into 60 minutes, 1 hour, into 8 hours a day, into 22 days. $488 you pay. 488 you pay. But if I say minus 22, no. Control V into 60 into, let's say you only talk for 10 hours, or let's say every day you talk for 1 hour, So you only talk for 22 hours. So that means you'll pay $61. I think it is better than it is expensive than the Singapore calls that you guys said. Right? Your outbound calls, you said you'll pay $10. $10 is to make unlimited calls to India, right? You guys said $10 to make unlimited calls to India, right? But here, just to make calls, one call one day, right? 1 hour, 22 hours of call, you have to pay $61. So it is expensive. So let me see Singapore. Singapore is also expensive, man. Control V into 60 into, let's say you call 30 days, right? $84. This is also expensive, right? Let's see what do we have. Let's see whether Pakistan. Hey, Pakistan is expensive. Hey, why so much is expensive in Pakistan, man? Everything is like 1 to double, man, in your country.
Yeah, we are actually working on it. We are trying to choose a better prime minister here.
So Wasim Akram is the new prime minister.
No, he's not. Yeah, but he's a specialist. He's very good bowler. That's why he's charged.
So if I'm calling 1 hour every day to your country for 30 days, I have to pay nearly $227. Too expensive.
Whoa.
Right? So I leave up to you. You guys play with it. In case if you guys decide to start a call center, Amazon is a way to go. You can set up your all system there. Take a toll-free number in those many countries that I demonstrated previously, and you can make and receive calls. And you can also set up inbound and outbound telephony. So it is still creating right now. The status says pending here. So I'll come back to this in a moment. So I will mark this virtual desktop is done. I will log in and I'll show it to you. Documentation also I've logged into workdocs and I showed. Right? So video calling. So what application should I use for video and audio calling, guys?
Skype for business.
Hey.
This is funny. I use there's a Google Duo something, right?
Yeah. That'll be for
Google
enterprises.
Duo.
Last chance.
The enterprises are why Skype?
If it is not Skype for business, then what?
No, Skype for business.
Hey, Barney, you're seeing the screen, man. See Amazon Chime.
Okay. Okay, yes.
So Amazon Chime is what we will be using, not Skype for business. Amazon Chime can do all, right? We can make and receive call that we have already done and we are doing it right now. You're able to see my screen. I can take remote session also, and I can send you files also, and I can chat with you also. So basically what Skype for Business does, Chime does the exact same thing. Everything Skype for Business does, Chime will also do. So that means I've already marked in gray and we've been using Chime from day one. You can do chat, video, audio calling, and then you can do remote sharing and seeing screens also. Are we clear? Right? So let's do Chime also. Chime also the same problem that I have with my account because I have Indian Amazon account. But you guys can practice it, right? All you have to do is go to AWS Management Console, cancel, right? Services, and then you have Amazon Chime. And if you see here, we are sorry. While we serve to make AWS broad set of products and services available to all our customer, some product and services may not be available to customers in India, including customers of Amazon Internet Service Private Limited. So that means Chime is also not allowed in India to operate, but we're still using Chime and we are doing it, right? So it is doable. All you have to do is use your Active Directory ID, deepak@adnan.com team, and they can log into Chime also, and they can see other users and everything. Are we clear? Yes, 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 no, maybe. Now, what I need to do is I need to go to this website and I have to download this client. While this is building up, I'll go to this particular website. Right. So Amazon has native clients for Macintosh, iPad, Windows machine, Android tablet, Chrome, right? Fire tablet and web. I tried this Android tablet version on my smartphone. I have OnePlus. I downloaded it. I can literally access Windows 10 on my phone. And I can use my thumb to move mouse cursor. I can click on start. And the whole Windows 10 experience is amazing on the phone. Give it a try. Download Amazon Workspace from the Play Store, right? And then try accessing this. So what I have done is I've already downloaded and installed. So I'll go to start and I'll go to workspace. So if you see here, Amazon Workspace is available. Just to save time, I have already downloaded the Windows version and I have installed it here. Right, it is asking me to sign in. So it is checking the internet connection and everything, and it is prompting that there's a round trip issue that we have, but it is bearable. Let me check again. Okay, dismiss. So I think there's some issue with my internet, right? Now let me log into this user. It is still pending. Hey, what is this, man? Okay, so give it few more minutes, guys. Let it complete. Then I will log into this machine. Any thoughts you have you want to discuss, guys? While you're waiting for this. Gautam, Barney, Deepak. Deepak, did you reach home?
Yes,
Hey, you went by car or you have bike, yeah?
I have both.
Hey, you said you have 3 years of experience and you have car.
Sorry, I have 10 years experience.
You have 10 years experience, man. Abbas is trying to tell me something. I noticed lot of jobs for Active Directory. This needs practice, I think. Of course, everything that is covered in this training requires practice, dude. Right? So it is available right now. Now it is available. So I will log in. Username is Deepak. Username is Deepak. And the password I have already set in AD. Sign in. Hey Deepak, come and meet me sometime, man. I stay in Banagatta Road.
Yes, no problem.
Right? So it is asking for the registration code. Accidentally took the previous registration. I will re-register my client one more time. I'll copy the registration code, paste it, register. Now try, let me try. and then sign in. Don't save. Continue to unhealthy, it says why. I'm just relogging in, guys. Just hang on for a second. That's it. That's it. I'm in the Windows 10 now. All right. I'm in Microsoft Amazon Workspace. Let me open Chrome. Okay, it is not Chrome, it is Firefox. I'll probably give it 30 more seconds. This can settle down. Yeah, Buzz, you reached home.
No, not yet.
Hey, where are you roaming, man? Go home, dude. Right, so let me test this. So this is not my internet. This is Amazon Workspace internet. And if you see, half a gigabyte internet speed is coming. Half a gigabyte internet speed is coming to this workspace. Right, nearly 480 megabits. And if you see, unloaded is milliseconds and loaded is 4 milliseconds. It's an amazing speed, and latency is also very less. You can run stock market applications and you can place orders instantaneously from this desktop. Right, so let me try to play something. Let me see YouTube, how YouTube works out.
Welcome to Dragon Training. Today you will learn to fight dragons.
Love it.
Let's get started. You should come by sometime to work out. You look like you work out. I guess it's just you and me, huh?
Nope, just you.
Huh? Focus, head cop.
Can I transfer to the class with the cool Vikings?
Has anyone ever tried to train a dragon? No one's ever looked to tell the tale. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Let's see if this works.
It is working fair enough, but I could see there's a tearing here. There was a tearing couple of times, but I think it is due to my internet connection. Right, there's some download happening on the another machine that I told you. Right, but otherwise fairly a decent experience and a good internet that you have, that you can use this workspace for. Making sense, guys? So you can now build Windows 7 and Windows 10 desktop on AWS platform. Right, so going back to the Excel sheet, right, the only thing is left out is printer I cannot show you. Third party applications also I cannot. MySQL, there's no certain use case that I can demonstrate, but while creating MS SQL you can do a domain join so that I can use Deepak user to log into the database. That I can do here. So with that said, I will conclude today's lecture. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have any questions before I let you go, guys? Yes, 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 no, maybe. Okay. What is your question, Abbas? Go ahead, Abbas. Hey, one lab also you have not practiced, yeah. One update also you have not sent me. You're just giving me Goli and Gyan. I need to practice and need to practice. That is all you're telling me. Nothing, no results I have seen. Who else? Barney, Deepak, Gautam. Barney, Deepak, Gautam. Yes, Barney, do you have any questions before I let you go? Deepak, Deepak and Gautam. Deepak and Gautam. I think Deepak and Gautam have joined and they have disappeared.
No, I'm still here. I think I can do my labs in a real time from today because we have a new SIT account for us. So I'm gonna do all the labs from the beginning, from the scratch, in a real time.
Are you sure? You have to download all the videos I have deleted. I'm going to delete all the videos. I don't
Is
have
that
bandwidth available.
okay?
Right? Make sure that you have downloaded all these videos and keep a copy of it. Right?
Sure,
Let me
I'm
go
gonna
back.
do that now.
So one first class is already gone. Make sure I delete it off. I'm running out of space. Delete all your videos today.
Let
Okay.
me start.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining today's lecture.
And
I
Sumit,
will
where do we put screenshots, etc., for our assignments? Because I have
WhatsApp.
created this WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Okay. I uploaded some screenshots on Google Drive Classrooms. There was a classroom directory, so I put some screenshot there. But it's 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, you have to put it on WhatsApp
1 week
because I don't
ago.
see your classroom. This is your classroom and I don't see your materials. See here. I cannot see any content that you have shared.
Okay, I don't know. It was showing. Yeah, there was an option. Google. Can you go back, please?
Where you want me to go?
Just click back on the browser. There is a class drive folder.
This is my class drive folder, so there's nothing else. You only I have uploaded the content is
Click on
visible.
shared with me. Click on shared with me. Maybe there
Where you want me
exists.
to? Where is share with me?
Just there
Left
is on
side,
the
left
left
side, shared with
navigation.
me.
Share with
The
me
left
or
panel.
try my drive. Expand my drive or share with me. Check both, please.
The last document was shared with me was on May 29th.
Okay, can you check my drive? Expand my drive. Maybe you'll see at the Sham's assignment because I uploaded one folder and I still can see it.
Dude, you have uploaded into your account, not into my account.
Okay, I probably did not share it here, so I will share it.
Okay. Wait, send it in WhatsApp, yeah. Send it in
Okay,
WhatsApp.
okay, I will. Okay, I will do. And so hey, let me download this second and third video again because I
No.
just changed my laptop. I had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos, but I think 3, 2, 1 I need. So I'll download second and third today immediately when I'm home, and then you can delete it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for joining today's lecture. I will see you on Friday. Thank you very much.